look at what's in store. After a few opening remarks, we will begin the competition with the team presentations and announce the winners after the break. At this time, I would like to introduce Doug Murdoch, Chief Information Officer of the State of Hawaii.
All right, congratulations everyone. You made it to the finals of the Hawaiʻi Annual Code Challenge. Today we picked the winners. This competition started off with 44 teams. Today there are 18 who have made it to the finals. We love having high school teams involved in the HAAC. This year, 8 high school teams were created and 4 high school teams made it to the finals today. Making this big day is quite an accomplishment, and we are all really proud of all that you have done. I hope you took advantage of the opportunities of the Hawaiʻi Annual Code Challenge. We hope that through this experience, you have enhanced your skills, found people you can collaborate with, enhanced the prospects of your IT career, and perhaps met some future business partners. Thank you all for participating and for making the Hawaiʻi Annual Code Challenge a success. Now I'd like to bring on Governor David Ige, our inspiration for the Hawaiʻi Annual Code Challenge. Thank you.
Hello, aloha. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, Governor.
Good morning. I really wanted to send my congratulations out to everyone. And I did want to thank Doug Murdoch and the great team at ETS and all of the sponsors who really make this event possible. We definitely would not be able to do it without all of you. And it is something that I think is so important to our community. It's great to see so many high school teams involved. I did want to send a shout out to the teachers who support the students. I know that it's been a very challenging year this year. And I appreciate your commitment and professionalism to give our students the opportunity to participate in this annual code challenge. The pandemic certainly hasn't curbed the enthusiasm of all of you, and it's great to see 18 finalists here today. In the workshops and the signups, it was great to see so many participants through all the stages. And I really look forward to seeing some of your creative solutions here today. The departments have put up a couple of terrific challenges, from taking on the social media impact on our hiking and trails across the state, to OHA providing a chatbot to respond to inquiries from beneficiaries. And clearly pet pickups. Everybody who has a pet in quarantine understand how important it is that we can provide connections to get their pets picked up, as well as the other agencies that have really provided opportunities for all of you hackers to really help us be more efficient and effective as we move forward. I really am excited to see your presentations and see the innovative solutions that you've found. I hope that you enjoyed this experience. It certainly is a unique kind of hackathon that we've created. And I do want to thank you for your interest and your passion. Doug and I are committed to ensure that we can move the state forward with terrific IT solutions, but most importantly, we're committed to making IT for the state of Hawaii one of the most sought after jobs. And I think most importantly, we want to support the software development and application industry here in Hawaii. And all of you are a foundational element in that. So thanks to all of you for participating, and thanks to everybody who makes this hackathon possible. Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha, Governor. Thank you so much. I am Sheila Bayukajar, the HACC sponsor chair. One of our terabyte sponsors, Transform Hawaii Government, is, among other things, an advocate for the modernization of IT systems in state government and a tremendous supporter of the HACC. This person has been a tremendous supporter from the very beginning. So we thank them as well as her for continuous sponsorship throughout the years. And here to say a few words is its Executive Director, Christine Sakuda.
Thank you, Sheila, and thank you, Governor, and thank you, Doug, and your team for another wonderful year of the Hawaiʻi Annual Code Challenge. As Sheila had mentioned, we have been a stalwart supporter of the HACC, and it's a great way to reflect the partnership and collaboration that occurs between the government, and from the governor to the departments and the programs that are so vital to serving Hawaii, and to community members, many of whom are on this call today. Really, really excited to be a judge again this year, and I wish everyone luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Now let me introduce you to today's judges. Governor David Ige. Governor Ige sends his best wishes to all the participants, and he apologizes that he will not be able to judge today due to a last-minute schedule conflict. Doug Murdoch, CIO, Office of Enterprise Technology Services. State Senator Sharon Moriwaki. John Cho, Director, State and Local Government, Pacific Northwest for Microsoft. Christine Sakuda, Executive Director for Transform Hawaii Government. Technical judging began on November 10th. Let me introduce you to the 6 individuals who had the difficult task of evaluating your solutions. We thank them for their time and expertise. Joel Banco, Vice President and Chief Technology Officer for eWorld Enterprise Solutions. Brant Jones, Director App Innovation for Microsoft State and Local Government. George Lee, HACC Tech Coordinator. Ed Souza, Computer Science Instructor at HPU. Usi Sepola, Senior IT Enterprise Architect for ETS. Garrett Yoshimi, UH Vice President for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer. Thelma Elaine, the HACC Participant Chair, will now explain how the scoring will work.
Sheila, is Thelma here?
I'm sorry, I was muted. I'm talking away. I meant to unmute when Christine was talking, but I didn't do it. Hello, everybody, and thank you for making it to the finals today. You have all passed the initial hurdle of technical review, which included the following 6 categories. Maximum of 5 points for a total of 30 points for each judge. Technical implementation was how well your team did utilizing tech tools to meet the requirements of the solution. Functioning evaluation video was their video, and it did clearly demonstrate the functional capabilities of the system. A working prototype was solution successfully deployed when appropriate, and does solution work as described in GitHub or DevPost. Innovation and excellence. Did the solution exhibit creativity, use existing technologies in a new or innovative way, and or demonstrate new ways to leverage hardware and software? User experience. Did the solution provide an intuitive experience for the users, and was it easy to use? Security and privacy. Teams were asked to write a written description of their security and privacy issues and what needed to be addressed if their solutions were to go into production. Today, which now leads us up to the presentation review process. Judges will award a maximum of 20 points each for these 4 categories for a total of 20. The first category is requirements. How well does the system satisfy the requirements of the challenge? All the judges were given the use cases so they understand what you were working towards. Originality and design. To what extent is this solution or application creative and innovative? And they're going to be kind of comparing you with your other presenters. Utility and impact. Do the functional components of the solution or application seem user-friendly or like it will have a positive impact on the end users? Presentation and delivery. Did the team provide a well-executed and engaging presentation within prescribed time limit and incorporate required information to help judges evaluate their solution? Today's format will be a total of 5 minutes. There will be hard stops at 3 and 5. The first stop is 2 minutes of presentation and 1 minute maximum for a live demo or a video demo. And this demo should be a solution of your solution, a walkthrough of your application. That will be followed by a 2-minute Q&A period. You will hear a chime and or an announcement by the timekeeper for each of these 3 minutes and 5 minutes. Caroline will serve as the timekeeper and Sheila will be asking the questions for the judges. Your percentage results from today's judges will be added to your percentage results from your technical review. This will be averaged and the top result will take the prize. Ties will be resolved by the judges. Thank you very much and good luck today, everyone.
Besides the big prizes, we will be awarding a separate prize for the People's Choice Award. You will have an opportunity to cast a vote for your favorite presentation, and we will be providing a Zoom poll to capture your choice after all the presentations are done. The team with the highest votes will be awarded a $25 Amazon gift card for each team member. Now we begin the competition and we'll be starting with the high school teams. Junior Bites, whenever you're ready, you may share your screen and you can start your presentation.
Thank you. My name is Ryan, and I'm presenting on behalf of JR, or Junior Bites of Roosevelt High School. Challenge overview. Our solution automates the pet pickup process through SMS notification. Challenge requirements. Our solution meets all challenge criteria. It's in the form of a web app, it features SMS notification, and it promotes social distancing by alleviating crowding in facility waiting areas. Our unique approach. Our solution runs in the cloud, meaning that no hardware or software upgrades are necessary and that it can be interfaced from any internet-connected device. Clients are notified via text, which streamlines the admin-owner communication process. All parts of the pet quarantining process are handled and automated, reducing required effort from workers. How we create positive change. We create positive change in that the app is user-friendly, it is easy to navigate, and information is readily accessible. Further, owners will no longer have to wait in hot weather to be called in and will be socially distanced to minimize COVID exposure. Our solution is automated. Through our cloud deployment, both workers and owners are more easily able to register and pick up pets. Our team. Finally, our work was split into back-end and front-end development and research work. We also made sure to attend all necessary workshops and to get professional help from experts, such as our STEM director, when we could. Now, our video demo.
time. Thank you,
And if
Ryan.
there are any questions,
Sheila?
Awesome. Yes, I do have a question. Thank you, Ryan. The question for you is, which requirement or requirements was the most difficult to solve for this challenge?
definitely how SMS text messaging was implemented, as we were not able to license a commercial line for the messaging. We had to rely on a trial account, which unfortunately came with a message watermark. But in the end, the solution turned out to be 100% functional and satisfies all requirements for the challenge.
That's awesome. Thank you. If you had 30 more seconds in your presentation, what else would you want to share with us?
In addition to what was shared in the presentation, I think that a user accessibility portion would be handy to express how easy to use the service is.
Awesome. Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Junior Bytes. Thanks for sharing. Team Spartan Devs, you may now share your screen and begin your presentation.
Okay, hello. My name is Ethan Kimura, and I'll present to you our Spartan Devs Pono Point submission. So the main function of our game is to give tourists information about culture and precautions to know when visiting Hawaii in an enjoyable way. Our app is inspired by a mobile game called Heads Up. Upon reaching game page, you would pick from categories such as local customs, sensitive Hawaiian environments, leave no trace ethics, safety, and neighborhood sensitivities. Then you will be prompted with a quiz with randomly generated questions from the chosen category. Your score will increase based on the time you took to complete it. This encourages mastery and memorization of facts. So our game is very easy to use and can be accessed on desktop and mobile devices. New users must only provide a username and password before playing our game. We also have a function that will be able to authenticate the number of points in a player's possession to vendors. Okay, so just a little background on our team. Spartan Devs is Marino's first coding club and was founded during quarantine. During this project, we split up into 3 teams focusing on JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and backend. The JavaScript team worked with the game functionality, HTML, CSS worked on game aesthetics, and backend primarily worked on login and sign-up pages. Okay, now I would like to quickly walk you through our game. So, as I stated before, our game puts a spin on the Heads Up game with topics that focus on Hawaiian culture. So when you first arrive at the website, you sign up with the username and password, then log in using your account. You will then be redirected to the main menu where pressing on play will lead you to pick from 4 categories, which will generate 5 random questions from our question bank. As you can see, these are the categories that you can pick from. Clicking on points, you will be able to see your total points and a QR code, which will verify that the account is authentic to vendors. And as I said before, our website is mobile compatible and very easy to access. Okay, so that's it for our live demo. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, of course, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
All right, the first question. How do you believe your solution is unique?
I think our solution is unique because it puts a really like nice spin on how you can help tourists know the local customs, and it also implements a lot of tiny details that would that makes it very accessible, like how it's mobile compatible and how it will be able to verify its authenticity.
All right, and a second question would be, what part of your presentation would you want us to remember?
I think the most important part of the presentation that I would like you to remember is slide 3, where I told you the inspiration and the basics on how it operates and works.
Do you want to go back to slide 3 if we have time?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, this is the slide.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Is that all the questions, or is there any more?
I think that's all the questions I have.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Spartan Devs. Okay, Team Mars may now share their screen and begin their presentation.
Sheila, could I please have the hosting ability, or sorry, screen sharing capability?
All right. You should have already had it. So let me see. Okay. There you go.
Morning, everyone. We are members of the MHS Coding Club. Today, we'd like to present to you our Project Mars, the Marine Animal Report Service. Mars's purpose is to streamline the process of reporting marine animal sightings to HMAR by collecting and storing sighting data submitted by the public and presenting it to HMAR users.
Our site provides the ability to easily report situations. For animal sightings, users can submit relevant information, including GPS-based location and image upload. In addition, we've included emergency report handling and email notifications whenever a report is submitted. To enhance the HMAR volunteers experience, staff logins and different data views are built in. We split data by complete and incomplete reports, including the ability to view and edit specific reports. We also implemented redundancy handling as well as the means to download report data into CSV format.
We store all of our sighting data with MongoDB because of its image uploading feature, GridFS. We use Python to create functions to automate the cleaning and uploading of data.
Our site utilizes HTML, Bootstrap, and CSS to build an appealing website with public views that scale to mobile devices. Our JavaScript provides functions such as GPS data collection and CSV downloading.
We implemented Django for its roots in Python and various site features. Its scalability allows us to easily add functional views, and its security features provide the ability to protect credentials and sensitive information used on the website. For hosting, we utilize Google Cloud Run with its quick deployments and instant updates, ensuring that the site works the way we intended to.
By utilizing visual chunking, we create a clean user experience. Our app allows HMAR volunteers to be more efficient by enabling picture uploads and automating GPS coordinate information. In addition, work was distributed between the framework backend and frontend groups. We conducted usability testing with people outside of our team and implemented their changes, while also using every question and answer chance to our advantage. You might be wondering exactly how we did this. We now present to you a demonstration of Project Mars.
Welcome to Mars. This will be a demo of our website. This current view is meant to be used by mobile users. All users will be given the opportunity to submit a form depending on the animal they sighted. Following the submission, the data will be added to a database. HMAR staff will then be notified of a submission. On the homepage, there is also an emergency button in which information to report an emergency sighting will be provided. On each page, there is a nav menu / bar dots, ease of access along the site. This is the HMAR staff landing page. Here's an example of a specific report and how it can be edited. Along with the option to be edited comes all the fields that may need to be filled out depending on the staff's desire. When looking at the data, either the archive or active reports can be accessed. Finally, an Export as CSV button has been implemented to let staff export their data.
Any questions?
Yes, I do have a question. All right. What functional components make your application or solution user-friendly?
I can answer that question. So one thing that we had made really sure of in our application was to make different views depending on who would be using it. For example, if you were citing the animal, there's the forms for that are in a mobile view. One for all the information for the volunteer side is on a desktop view. So we had to make sure that these things, for scaling to these sizes, we made sure that things such as the text size, the button sizes, and also images and where things are placed were still aligned correctly so that it would still look nice for each of the views for the users to use.
Awesome. All right, I do have another one. If you had 10 more seconds to share, what else would you want the judges to know about your solution?
I can answer that question. The 10 seconds I would spend would be to emphasize just the difficulty of the scaling. We really wanted to make sure that the users, because with scaling also comes the usability for the things like the form, they needed to scale well or else the user wouldn't be able to easily submit their information. And between that, creating the HTML and CSS, uploading it to Django and actually displaying it on our Google Cloud, that took a lot of effort on our side. And I would like you guys to know that.
And if you had 10 more seconds, what would it be?
10 more seconds.
10 more seconds on top of that. Well, I would like to talk about the JavaScript component a little bit more. That was something that we wrote a lot about in terms of how it works. The JavaScript was created in order to export CSV files and also to generate different pieces of information like our geolocation data. So going into depth about how that works and also what else it can do, I believe that would be very critical to our presentation because of how much work was put into it.
Thank you very much. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Mars. Team MGK, you may now share your screen and begin your presentation.
Aloha everyone, we are Team MGK and we are comprised of Hunter, Jarrell, and myself. I would like to briefly speak about our team and our roles. Basically, as our front-end developers, we would have myself and Hunter, and Jarrell as our back-end developer. We were given our challenge from the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, or OHA for short. And basically, the OHA is an organization that strives for the well-being of Native Hawaiians. For our challenge, the OHA has been struggling with the sheer amount of phone calls that they receive, and they needed a quicker way to get accurate information out to these people. And our solution was to create a chatbot for the OHA website. This chatbot would be able to quickly get accurate information across to beneficiaries. The language and platforms that we decided to use was HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS acted as our front-end platforms, and we ended up using Dialogflow as the API that would essentially program our backend. Our uniqueness comes from the use of Dialogflow, which offers a low-code solution, which makes it so that anyone from the OHA can quickly and easily change their chatbot in any way that they see fit, making it very flexible as a chatbot. It also tells you how to integrate the bot into your own website, which is another reason why it'd be great for anyone who has no coding experience. And as we said before, some of the challenges that we received was not being able to decide on a programming platform, which we would use to build our chatbot. Positioning and sizing was also a huge problem that our coding struggled with. Some of the utility and impact that our chatbot offers would be stress relief for the front desk receptionists, because we learned that there's only 2 of them, and receiving hundreds of calls a day was near impossible. Using this chatbot, it was also very convenient for the beneficiaries to instantly get the assistance that they needed. Some of our stretch goals for our bot would be to further develop our security and implement it onto the OHA website directly. Maintaining the bot was also a big problem. Now onto our demo. This app would be implemented straight onto the OHA website as an add-on. An example can be shown on the screen now. The chatbot only really has one feature, which would be a back and forth text channel between the user and the bot. This would answer questions that beneficiaries would have instead of calling the OHA. An example of questions that the bot can answer is, what is the OHA? And how do I apply for an OHA scholarship? You can even have some spelling mistakes and have the bot answer accurately because it detects keywords and can see past them. For example, we used the wrong for and used caps locks in the middle of this sentence, and the bot was able to still answer our questions accurately. But if you ask questions like, how are you? The bot wouldn't understand and just say, can you say that again? So our chatbot basically would just be an add-on to the OHA website, and it would answer questions for beneficiaries so that they would get accurate information faster. Are there any questions?
Yes, I have a question. The question is, how do you believe your solution is innovative?
We think that our solution is innovative because we use dialog flow, and we basically structured it so that we already have most of the backend, so that anyone from the OHA with no coding experience would be able to easily adjust it in any way they see fit, making it very flexible for the OHA.
Awesome, thank you. My next question would be, what part of your presentation would you want us and the judges to remember?
I think that the part that you should really remember was that we were making this for the OHA, which should be displayed on slide number 2. And we made it so that the receptionists wouldn't have to deal with hundreds of calls every day. So we made the chatbot to automatically answer it like instantly, and it reduces a lot of stress for them.
Awesome. And I guess I'll end with, if you had just 10 seconds, what would you want to share with the judges?
If we had 10 more seconds, I would like to display like better how we would implement it directly onto the OHA website, because I think it would if we had 10 more seconds, we would be able to better display that in our demo.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you everyone. Thanks team MGK, and mahalo to all the high school teams and their advisors. We now turn to the competition categorized by challenges. First, the Department of Agriculture, animal quarantine, pet pickup notification. Animal quarantine is looking for a solution to assist with the heavy traffic and long lines of people coming to pick up their Hawaii inbound animals. Team Asteroids, you may now begin sharing your screen, and you can begin your presentation.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So hello, everyone. My name is Deshay, and my group members are Gabriel, Kevin, and Luke. And we are Team Asteroids, and our project is Holo Holona. So imagine you get off a 9-hour flight and you just want to pick up your pet and get where you need to go. You're already frustrated just trying to figure out where the facility that your pet will be at. And when you finally get there, you're now just stuck waiting in the hot sun to check in and pick up your pet. So Holo Holona is a pet pickup app to provide the HCOA's Animal Quarantine Office a smoother check-in process. So our team wanted to create a cost-effective and user-friendly check-in app. The problem, so pet owners are affected by long wait times, lack of amenities, and lack of communication. So there's unavailable nearby restrooms. If you leave your place in line, you essentially lose your spot. And then the room is a 10 by 6 foot, making checking in difficult while maintaining social distancing. Right now, it's a 2-person limit inside. And the HCOA is affected by budget constraints. And the amount of pets coming in varies, where at least 75 or more pets are inspected and released daily from incoming flights. One of the quotes from Google reviews, they waited outside for about 45 minutes before even being able to check in. And it could take even longer with the current 2-person limit inside the actual office. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be stuck outside for that long. Our impact. So Holo Holona aims to mitigate issues of the current check-in process by making the check-in process smoother, maintaining COVID guidelines, ensuring pet owners that they're noticed, and maintaining or accounting for the tight budget. This application is not intended to replace their current system for the animal inspections and the processing of paperwork. So that's it for the presentation, and now on to the live demo. So after scanning a QR code, which would be posted outside the front door, you'd be directed to their landing page. And down in the bottom right, we have a chatbot where it will direct you on further steps on how to use our application and more information about the quarantine process. And as a pet owner, I would go to check-in. So on the check-in page, I have my information already filled out. I would click submit. And then I get a notification and it tells me that I got an email. And if I refresh the page real quick, I get the email right over here saying that I've been successfully checked in. And then now I just have to wait until on the admin side. So on the admin, I would log in. Then go to view check-ins. And then for this pet owner, I'll...
Thank you, Asteroids.
I do have a
Sheila?
question. Yes, thank you. I do have a question for you. How well do you believe your solution satisfies the challenge requirements?
I believe our application satisfies the requirements because they're just looking for a way to simply implement some kind of check-in process.
Hold on, we can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
And yeah, just go ahead, just keep on talking. Maybe other people can hear you.
Okay. So they're just looking for some kind of check-in process as well as a way to notify owners of it. And then I believe they were on a tight budget as well. So we decided to go with email because that was the best way to cut out any kind of costs when like notifying people. For example, Twilio costs money. So that in the long run would add up to their budget and could take out a chunk depending how many people are coming in a day.
Awesome, thank you. And thank you for continuing through that question. Our second question is like others. If you had 10 to 30 more seconds to share, what else would you want us or the judges to know?
I would show more about the chatbot that we have on the landing page, or it's through all pages. So here you'd click like pet pickup, and then you can choose which one you want to know. So like maybe how does it work? And then it'll give you a step-by-step. And then even with the animal quarantine information, it'll redirect you to their page explaining their quarantine information.
Awesome, thank you. I'm sorry, did you have something else to say?
No, I guess the last one would just be like after I did the notified, it'll send the owner that confirmation that their pet's ready to pick up.
Awesome. Thank you. And I guess the other was, in your opinion, what part of the presentation did you want us to really remember?
We would like to be remembered for implementing a free solution because of the tight budget they were facing. There's many ways to implement how people can check in, how people can be notified, but there's very limited ways when you're trying to cut out any cost at all and go with a completely free solution.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Team Asteroids. Oh yeah, Team MVP. You can begin whenever you're ready.
Yes, my name is JJ. I'm here with Team MVP. We decided to do the animal quarantine waiting room. The requirements that we gathered through the chat was the ability to contact pet owners electronically. They wanted a standalone system that would not have to integrate into the system they had. Something capable of handling 60 to 100 people per day, simple and easy to use, and either low or no cost due to budget requirements. So for our design, we decided to go with Google Forms because it's easy to maintain. They can edit at any time, and it's easily accessible by anybody. We went with a low and a no cost option. So we decided for text messages, we could use SMS gateways. Twilio would be the low cost, and then you can use email as well. And then we went with minimal code. Essentially, the only thing we had to code was the admin UI so that you could send the emails and text messages. User impact, Google Forms is very easy. Minimal information is required, quick to fill out. You can put a link right on their webpage, or you can post QR codes around the airport. The positive for pet owners is they no longer have to wait outside huddled around that little door. You can check in or wait anywhere you want to, and then you can come as soon as you get your message. For the employees, they essentially have to change nothing about their current processes, and we have a functioning usable tool that they could start using right now if they wanted to. Quick overview of the team. We had a team lead to just keep everybody organized and make sure we weren't trying to do too much. We had our support team that would help with anything that wasn't coding, essentially gathering information, testing, giving feedback, and then our development team did all the coding and testing. So for this would be the form. This is a simple Google form with some directions at the top. I already have it filled in so that they would fill that in. You would see that it fills straight in to the admin site. And then we left options in there for SMS over email. So that's your gateway free version, the SMS, and then the email. So you could do all three. You get a notification that it's been sent. You can see here the email option works. And then here's the two photos for, this is the one from Twilio, and this would be the one that comes from the SMS gateway. So you can see that both of those work. And that's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, JJ. Question. Did you find any unexpected challenges, and how did you handle them? How did your team handle the unexpected challenge?
Originally, it was the text message issue. We were trying to go with a gateway, and we realized that that would be way too many things to try to program since there's so many different cell phone providers. And then the alternative to go no cost was either the email or the Twilio. And based on the amount of people they have coming to pick up their pets, that would roughly be $30 a month if they had to send all those people one message to come pick up their pet.
Awesome, thank you. Another question, of course, is if you had that 30 more seconds in this presentation, What would you want to share with us and the judges? What do you want us to know more about?
The biggest thing I would like to point out is that they could start using this right now. And all they would have to do is just verify their list to the admin UI, and they wouldn't have to do anything else to implement. They could run it straight from their own website they already have, and they wouldn't have to really update any security features because Google's going to handle most of that for them.
Appreciate it. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team MVP. Team Paw Trackers, whenever you're ready, you can begin your presentation.
Sorry about that. I had to make sure I could share the sound. Aloha, Governor Ige, Senator Horiwaki, HACC judges and participants. My name is Ernesto, and this is Paw Trackers. Our mission is to reconnect their pauhana or their family. Picture yourself having to wait at airport security, but it's outdoors under the sun and it's in the middle of summer. Now imagine if there was an application that will let you lounge at Starbucks and notify you to skip the line. We want to help pet owners pick up their pets as smoothly and intuitively as possible. We will organize their personal and pet information to share this securely to the animal quarantine staff. Due to COVID-19, all pet owners are required to wait outside of the animal quarantine station and listen to announcements through an intercom. We are here to provide a safer and more effective solution with an application. The animal quarantine staff can now communicate and access information from pet owners directly. We developed our platform using Bootstrap, MySQL, and jQuery. Paw Trackers users can provide their pet and flight information, including records and certifications for current and future trips. The platform will automatically track the user from their arrival until the pet is available for pickup. The staff is able to notify the pet owner through direct messaging as well. An important quality of our application is its versatility. The potential areas of implementation include being informed of luggage status, the time to board the plane, flight cancellations and delays, and airport announcements. I would like to introduce you to our pauhana that made this project possible. This is Kevin and Alyssa with their beautiful dogs, and next will be a demonstration narrated by Alyssa.
Aloha everyone, my name is Alyssa and today I will be demonstrating to you Paw Trackers. All users have access to our home, frequently asked questions, location, and contact us page. For our demonstration purposes, we will be viewing both the user mode and the employee mode. For the user mode, we have access to the My Trips, My Pets, and My Handlers tab. For the My Trips, you can add a trip based off of your airline, flight number, along with the program that you're interested in. Then trip information will be auto-generated. You can add a pet, upload a document, or add a handler at your convenience for a current trip or even a future trip through the other tabs. Then you can message a animal quarantine staff employee, which takes us to our employee mode, where the employee can view that message along with check out the trip center, where they can update both a pet status and a handler status.
So thank you so much for your time and the opportunity to share our solution with all of you. Are there any questions?
Yes, I do have a question. What was the most difficult requirement you came up against when designing your application?
I feel like the most difficult requirement, especially, is because the client requested to have a simple web application, but I think we didn't want to overthink it. So we went a little bit over actually by creating our own web application and digitizing the forms to fill out for the users, for the AQ employees or the animal quarantine employees to receive and process. So that was probably one of the requirements that we were mostly concerned about.
Awesome. Of course, I'm going to ask you, if you had that 30 more seconds to share with us or the judges, what do you want us to remember you by?
I can take this one, Ernesto. So if we had to add anything, Basically, we would be able to, we were able to encapsulate the entire process through digitalizing the entire form in comparison to other teams. We were able to allow pet owners to provide real-time information that the animal quarantine staff could have access to, and they can give real-time feedback as soon as possible through our site.
Great, thank you so much, both of you.
Okay, thank you, Team Pod Trackers. Next up, we have Team YYDS. You may now share your screen and begin your presentation.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jonathan, and let's talk about pet pickups. So the main prompt for this challenge was to minimize the wait time for owners. And I've been to the animal quarantine office, I've sat out in the sun, and I can tell you that it's definitely not a fun experience. But it turns out that there are many factors that actually contribute to this really long wait time. The quarantine office is small, the technology they use is outdated and underfunded, and COVID has only made that office's job much harder. If this were a restaurant, getting a text message to tell you that your table is ready is nice, but not if the table is 4 hours away. So in order for that office to scale and deliver a truly great customer experience, we need to improve the entire pet screening process. So the solution I came up with is two parts.
Can I have you stop for a minute, please? I'm sorry, everybody, timer stop. There's something on, are you intentionally covering something on your screen? Because there's a, Zoom is doing something to hide, something's covering. So what I need you to do is to release, there you go. See if you can start again. We can't see the pictures, that's gonna affect your, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry,
Too
everybody.
hot. It's okay, I can back up. So
Okay,
too
I
hot.
restarted the clock. You can start again, Jonathan.
Okay, I'll try to keep it brief. So Jonathan, we're talking about pet pickups today. The main prompt for the challenge was to minimize the wait time for owners. I've been to that office. You know, my personal experience is that it is too hot and the wait is really long. There are a lot of factors that go into that really long wait time. The office is small, the technology they use is outdated and historically very underfunded, and COVID has only made that experience a lot harder. If this were a restaurant, getting a text message that your table is ready is a nice feature, but not if you still have to wait 4 hours for that table to actually free up. And so, you know, my opinion or judge of this is that in order for that office to scale, especially as they continue to get more and more pets, in order to deliver a truly great customer experience, they need to improve the entire pet screening process. The solution is two parts. The first one is an online reservation experience for pet owners. So in just a few minutes, owners can pre-register their pet ahead of their arrival from their desktop or mobile phone, or from the office using a QR code once they arrive, and subscribe to get text messages as their pet goes through the screening process. Owners can even upload a pet's documentation and remit payment, two things that are also usually done inside of the office. The second piece is a workflow tool for the admins at the quarantine office. It's a simple web-hosted interface where they can manage the entire pipeline of incoming and outgoing pets. And as each pet is moved through the process, owners automatically get notified via text message. It can also be done to set it up via email as well. The quarantine office rarely gets technology updates, and so the entire solution is designed to be 100% web-based, as well as with minimal costs and maintenance in mind. You know, maybe a little bit of an outlier here, but there is zero code written for this entire project. So let's see a quick demo.
So in this demo, I am going to pretend that I am a pet owner named Doug Murdoch, who has just arrived to Honolulu with my dog. And by using a simple form, I'm able to let the animal quarantine department know exactly the date and time that I plan to arrive and sign up for text message notifications along the way. Immediately upon doing that, I get a text message letting me know that I've registered, And as an admin at the quarantine department, I receive a new input here that Doug has registered. Once he drops his pet off with me, I can mark him as received, and Doug will get a notification for that too. And as we move his pet through the process and processing, and once ready for pickup, just simply by moving through the stages, Doug will automatically get notified via text. Once he comes to pick up his pet, we can mark that pet as released, and then Doug and his pet are on its way.
So I believe the solution not only helps owners avoid waiting in the sun, but it also has the chance to significantly reduce the total wait time and makes the experience better for everyone.
Yes. The time.
Thank you.
Hi, I do have a question for you. And thank you for that. And thanks for the regrouping. If you could, name one of the functionalities of your solution that solved the most difficult challenge requirement.
I would say, making it something that is quickly deployable, very practical, and low cost was probably the tightest constraint. Pretty easy you can always build something, but then there are a lot of questions around where it would be hosted, how secure would that be, how much will it actually cost in long-term maintenance, and so thinking outside of the box, I think, was the toughest piece.
All right, thank you. And your last question is, what part of your presentation or solution would you want us to remember most?
I mean, this cute dog with glasses would be really fun to remember personally. I think that one thing that I didn't touch on is just how extensible this is. This did not take very long to build, and I think it's something that anybody without coding experience, but maybe with just a little bit of experience with a tool like Microsoft Excel, could be able to build themselves and extend even further. It automatically collects statistics. There's a workflow for inspectors to be able to screen pets. So this is a really powerful tool that, again, requires no coding experience at all for somebody to use and maintain.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team YYDS, and thank you to all the presenters. So we're going to move on to the next challenge now. Now, another challenge by the Department of Land and Natural Resources called Trail Traffic Ratings and Donations. DLNR believes a traffic and ratings app managed by them will combat social media sites that spread inaccurate information with accurate value-added information to promote responsible outdoor recreation. Here are the proposed solutions, and we'll begin with Team Hanabata Code. Whenever you're ready, you guys can share your screen and start your presentation.
Hi, can you everyone hear me? Okay.
We can hear you.
Yes, okay, I'll start. Hi, welcome to HIT Hawaii Trails. Our aim is to motivate users to find and self-select less busy trails with the reward system. This is the overall structure of our app. We fetch data through public APIs and inject into our database, and we connect our app with a secure REST API. These are the challenges. Create a username and password, provide a map with features, search options, use traffic data, help users to select to go to less crowded trails. Our unique approaches are color marks on the map based on the traffic data, viewer point system, and community. The color marks indicate the estimated level of traffic at each trail. Users collect points by checking into the trails. They could earn more points for going to quieter trails. Check-in data is analyzed to update busy level prediction. Here allows users to see how busy the trails are at each time of the day. It encourages users to discover less crowded trails. HIT provides community pages for users to share their experiences. HIT motivates users to self-select less crowded trails to earn more points. This is our team. And here's a demo. Hi, welcome to HIT. When you open the app, you can choose either to log in or sign up. Homepage has slides of announcements. All trail is the page where you can search a list of trails. Click details to view details of the trail. The map page indicates all trails in Hawaii with color mark based on traffic data at the current time. The detail page informs useful data such as detail, location, busy time of the day. Community page is where you can share your experiences. You can add, delete, and edit posts. You can also add, edit, and delete comments. If you want to see the history of your check-ins and reward points, you can go to the account page. If you wish to sign out, you can sign out from here. Thank you. Hi. Hi, welcome to. Thank you. Any
All
questions?
right. Yes, of course, we have a question for you.
Yes.
So in your opinion, or in your team's opinion as well, what makes your solution unique?
So I think our solution reward system is very unique because it motivates user to go to a less crowded place to earn more points. Yeah, thank you. Any other questions?
Yes, I have one more, of course. What part of your presentation would you want us and the judges to remember the most?
I'd like judges to remember this page because it shows the details and traffic data, and we color mark the map, trails on the map. It indicates that they could earn more points. I think we have to emphasize that. Thank you. Is there any questions?
I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Hanabata Code. Team Rose, yeah, you can begin your presentation.
Hawaiʻi Trail Directory is a web app designed to promote sustainable and responsible trail use within Hawaii's hiking community. Trails are overburdened by congestion, and hikers are often unaware of proper trail etiquette and information. This poses a risk to the well-being of trail ecosystems and a safety risk to hikers themselves. Hawaiʻi offers a variety of features to provide hikers with reliable and accurate information, along with the ability to reverse trail damage through donations. Our catalog offers a one-stop shop for all the information any hiker may need. Trails are displayed on cards for users to search through. Clicking on the card reveals more useful details. Also, a dedicated safety page and etiquette page ensures hikers are informed and responsible.
Real-time traffic data is available to users through colored paths. Encouraging hikers to plan based on the traffic indicators reduces the burden on trail ecosystems and local communities. Our website provides access to past and future predictive data generated by the reservations feature. Our reservations feature provides a solution to overburdened trails by aligning the interests of hikers and the state. Nobody enjoys hiking on busy trails. When reservations are made, our color indicators update and hikers are made aware of when other users plan to hike. Naturally, hikers will make reservations at less busy times, reducing traffic without strict state enforcement.
Through our donations page, Hawaiʻi offers users the ability to support their favorite hikes through the Stripe API. Requested by Hawaii's hikers, Hawaiʻi now has a safety alert system. Users can optionally create an emergency contact that will be automatically contacted 6 hours within their scheduled reservation. Alakai's primary focus is providing easy accessibility for both users and admins, which allows for the application to be quickly updated, accessed, and maintained. Alakai is mobile friendly as well, providing avenues for new features.
Here's an example of a typical use case. The user makes an account for the first time. Anyone can view traffic forecasts, but having an account opens up other useful features. This user then refers to the hiker's guide for important information about etiquette and safety. By reading the guide, the hiker remembers to set an emergency contact in case something goes wrong. After scrolling through the catalog, the user selects Kuli'o'o Ridge Trail. Selecting November 19th, the user checks traffic forecasts in order to find the optimal time to make a reservation. In the reservations, they also designate the number of people and one of their preset emergency contacts. And finally, the user decides to support their hike through a donation. The emergency contact automatically receives a text 6 hours after the reservation.
We hope that you will take the first step into Hawaii's trails with Alakai. Thank you.
Sheila, before you ask any questions, can we have a pause here, please? Judges, Hawaii Trails was a no-show. So please put those scores in the right category. You're putting them in the wrong place. Christine, thank you for paying attention to the chat. Judges, please put your scores in rows, not Hawaii Trails. Thank you.
And yeah, any questions?
Yes, I do have a question for you. So what differentiates your solution from others that you have researched or seen?
Yes, I could take that one. Particularly with our solution, we offer color-coded trail traffic visualizations, a reservation system, and an SMS safety text to your designated emergency contact. And we believe that no other application related to trails offers this suite of features.
Awesome, thank you so much. So you've got another 30 seconds. What would you share and what would you want us or the judges to know more about?
I can take that. So with our app, there is an easy to use admin panel that people with no coding experiences can use to maintain and update the data. So yeah, and essentially with a username and login, anyone can update, add trails, modify the traffic, and things like that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Team Rose. Thank you to all the teams for presenting. We'll now move on to the next challenge. A challenge proposed by state partner NIC Hawaii and its partner in this challenge, Hawaii Marine Animal Response Sighting and Reporting App. Hawaii Marine Animal Response is Hawaii's largest nonprofit marine species conservation and response organization. The goal of this challenge was to develop an app to streamline the data collection for sightings and reduce reporting errors. Here are the proof of concepts in the competition. Bloombugs, you may now begin your presentation. Thanks.
All right, great, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kelly, and I'm part of Team Bloombugs, who have developed Kahukai, which is a sighting app for HMAR for HAAC 2021. The team are students from the Computer Science Department of the University of Hawaiʻi, Manoa, and we decided on HMAR's challenge because of our shared love for animals. This slide describes all of our contributions to this project. With the support of HMAR, HAAC, and sponsor experts, we have been able to successfully create the HMAR app. Our tech stack we have been working on building this semester during ICS 314 includes a couple technologies such as Meteor, MongoDB, React, Semantic UI, JavaScript, and HTML, CSS. HMAR responds to sighting and distress reports of specifically monk seals, turtles, and seabirds. Currently, HMAR relies upon phone calls to handle these reports, but due to the time and effort required for these call logs, they would like an app that helps streamline this process. There are a few app and form requirements that we've implemented in our solution. The app requirements are that the user can select to report an animal sighting or an animal in distress, which report can then be submitted, and then HMAR can view these submissions and take action. The form requirements will be discussed in later slides. Our unique solution to the HMAR challenge is the Kahukai web app. We named our app Kahukai as it means guardian of the sea in Hawaiian, which fits perfectly. Our unique Kahukai solution fulfills all HMAR requirements. For the users who are submitting the forms, there are time and date fields to promptly help the animals and also provide a sorting for the data for the HMAR and an interactive map to help locate the animal. And users could also fill out a specific distress form for people who either cannot make phone calls at the moment or for those in situations with loud background noises. All of this is on a web app that is active for 24/7. Having a 24/7 web app means that our app is very accessible and user-friendly. Additionally, both mobile and desktop browsers are supported. Also, as public users do not need to download an app from the App Store, this makes Kahukai very convenient. There is no login required for the public user, but if wanted, there is also an option to sign up and log in. Desktop management for admin users to view all records is also streamlined, as only admins HMAR can see the animal locations and reports. And now I'll be sharing our interactive demo for our Kahukai app. So this is the total sighting form, and then the UI, so it has the features that make entering sighting reports very easy. Then phone calls can be prepared in urgent situations, specifically for the distress reports. So Kahukai gives you the options of doing both phone calls and also filling in a form. This is the option to see for the admins, and you can also choose to display, make it easier to choose which animal that you want to see and which kind of category you would like to look at. And Kahukai helps us know when it's urgent to contact because it also shows the different distress options and different distresses of the different animals. All right, thank you all for watching. And if you have any questions, please help direct them to our team captain, Kiana. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And your question is, how can your solution have a positive impact on Hawaii?
I would say that our solution has a positive impact because it not only takes in reports of animals, but it also allows users to get information about what an animal looks like in distress, as well as it can redirect users to other organizations in Hawaii. So because HMAR only responds to seabirds, seals, and turtles, if there's some other animal that HMAR doesn't respond to, they're also redirected to their websites and their phone numbers. Other things is to make it like more user is very straightforward. So it helps Hawaii. So if you're a tourist or you don't know the island, the interactive map can help you decide where you're at as well. You can put in a location description.
All right, thank you. And if you had 20, 30 more seconds to share with us, what did you want us to remember you guys by and your app?
I would probably say that just more or less like what the app can provide for any user. So if someone's having issues, like if they want a little bit more privacy, if they're logging in an animal, they have the option to actually log in. So then HMAR can take into consideration that they want their privacy to be taken into consideration. They can also just log in, they can also just report an animal without logging in. And another thing would probably be like how straightforward it is, as well as explaining the types of distressed animals and when to know when an animal is in distress and when to just report a regular animal.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, team. I believe we're now going to take a quick 10-minute break. So we'll come back around 11:28. Thank you, everyone. Hey everyone, we'll be starting again shortly in a moment. Okay, we're gonna move forward with the presentations. So next up, we have Team HACCamino. So whenever you guys are ready, you can share your screen and start your presentation. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Anna, and I'm a member of HACCamino from UH Manila. And today we will be presenting our app called HMAR HMAR is an online reporting platform that helps the Hawaii Marine Animal Response volunteers and staff members organize and collect sighting reports from the general public.
Currently, HMAR's only means of collecting information on sightings or animals in distress is through a hotline number. However, according to HMAR, this system comes with many issues, including some reporters not being familiar with the location, getting multiple calls for similar sightings, and many more, which may cause problems when trying to address reports on animals in distress. So how can HMACamino help?
HMACamino will help the general public submit reports easier and for the staff and volunteers to access these reports faster. Initially, we thought about creating a mobile app that users may install on their phones. However, we thought about how some tourists or even locals might find this tedious to download an app for just submitting a report. So we decided to make a simple web app that users may access from any device.
To solve the problem of reporters not knowing the name of the specific location and to help volunteers easily find the location, we decided to implement Google Maps API with geolocation and places API. Also, the application allows uploading of images to help volunteers understand what they're trying to deal with.
To save time, HMAR team members will be able to group similar reports and search for reports. An important request by HMAR is for the reports to not be accessible to the public. Therefore, each volunteer or staff member must first log in before they can access the reports. For additional security, only existing staff members can create new accounts. Finally, let's see our live application.
On the web app, the user will be presented with 3 buttons. The first is for reporting an animal in distress, which will either redirect them to the HMAR hotline or the resources page. The second button will redirect the user to a sighting report page where they can key in necessary information, upload images, and search a location to mark the report on the Google Map. Once submitted, HMAR members will receive email notifications. For security and privacy, staff members and volunteers are required to sign in to view the reports. They will also have access to a dashboard that displays a summary of reports, a button to export details of the reports, and analytics of all the cases. Once the report is approved, the on-call volunteer can look for it by either filtering the reports or using NIT. When they click on the report, they will see the report details, summary of comments, images, and update log. They will also be able to edit or review the report. Finally, additional security features include a user preview which can be used to verify identity and keep track of who's logged in, as well as an audit log with a list of activities done on the app. On the web.
Thank you for your time. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I have a question for you. What do you believe is the positive impact that your solution has for your proposed users?
I think for one of the components was creating the reports. So the web browser will like ask you for your location and it will like pan to it. And but if users don't want to share it, then there'll be like a search bar they can type in the address or location and the map will pan to that. So this gives users an option, like if they don't want to share their location, then there's an option for that, which is a search bar, making it like user friendly and very fast to fill out.
And to add on to that, with the maps, if it's a tourist, they might not know exactly where they are, and the visual concept of using the map will help out the staff members to exactly know where they are without any confusion.
Thank you. I do have another. So what part of the app do you want us or the judges to remember the most?
Yeah, I can go. So I think an important part is not only like for the Google Maps and be able to like pin the locations, but also the charts where like can analyze, oh, how many cases for a specific animal or per island. So this helps like HMAR staff like find areas of locations to like, oh, it's like a common group of reports from like seals. So they can like solve or act on like the bigger picture.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, HACCamino. Team LabTech, you can now start sharing. You can start your presentation.
Oh, sorry. Hi, can everybody hear me? Yes. Okay. Hawaii makes up less than 0.2% of US land, but is home to 25% of the species on the endangered list. This makes it important for us to protect these marine species. However, with the public reporting flawed information and not wanting to call, it is hard to preserve these amazing animals. Hi, my name is Chuck, and this is my group, LabTech. For the challenge, we choose to create a solution for the Hawaii marine animal response, sighting, and reporting problem. The biggest challenge that HMAR is facing is that the current sighting collection is done for a mobile hotline, which has many issues. This requires a mobile-friendly solution that is accessible for the public, making it easy to gather more accurate sighting reports and to streamline data collection. With the challenges requirement in mind, we created a website with a unique approach of accessibility, simplicity, user-friendliness, and organization. A mobile-friendly website makes the reporting more accessible compared to a mobile app, which takes time to download. Our website can be used on any devices with a network, reporting sighting in seconds, and we use a simplistic design that fills out majority of the information on the form itself, making it user-friendly. The report will be then organized, allowing the staffs to easily track the sightings. We'll showcase our solution demo near the end. Our approach has an overall positive impact to the user experience and increase sighting data. On the staff side, we'll increase data collection and efficiency while increasing the reports from the general public. This is our team. We are students from UH Manoa. We divide the task to 2 backend developers, 1 front-end, 1 dev block, and presentation. We receive help from the HMAR website to gather more information on the subject. And this is our tech demo.
Informations. Clicking on the marker will display the information about the forms. The marker can be filtered by marine animal names and dates. Staff can remove the forms by clicking on the trash can. The filter also works with tables of forms. And staff can export the forms data to CSV formats.
Sorry about that. The sound wasn't coming through at first. But hopefully everybody got what the app was able to do.
Thank you. That was your time.
Thank you. Is there any questions?
Yes, I do have a question. Which requirement or requirements was the most difficult to solve for you?
For us, the map was the hardest part to do, since we want to get an accurate geolocation with the longitude and latitude, which we were able to do.
Awesome, thank you. Another question? If you had 30 more seconds to share, what else would you want the judges to know?
If I have 30 more seconds to share, I would talk about how simple our website is to use, because it's very easy to just press a button, very quickly fill out the information without entering the location and time. It makes it very simple for the general public to just report a sighting with very less hassle. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Team Namtek.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you.
And Team Sightsee, you may now share your screen and begin your presentation.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Can you guys see me all right? And can you see my slideshow?
Yes, perfectly.
All right, great. Aloha and welcome everyone. Thank you for sticking through the presentations thus far. Let's go ahead and get on with my presentation. Aloha, we are Sightsee. We designed a web, iOS, and web application to allow anyone to report sightings of native birds, seals, and turtles, and allows them to get them help when they're in distress. The current system utilized by HMAR, as was discussed previously, only utilizes a hotline to do all the calling and reporting of the information. Thus, the volunteers can become easily overwhelmed with high call volumes, and it can often be more difficult to get accurate information over the phone due to background noise. There were a number of challenges that we needed to be addressed to meet the HMAR's requirements. First and foremost was allowing anyone, i.e. the public, to submit forms, which they can do via any one of our applications. Other notable challenges include report grouping, as well as being able to call the report hotline if an animal is in distress. Our unique approach included technologies such as real-time database for application syncing across our iOS, Android, and web application, Google Maps to display location information, as well as a framework that we used that was designed to run natively on iOS, Android, and web. All of these things also make it easier for the development team as they only have to maintain one code base. We create real positive impact by allowing anyone from their preferred smartphone of choice or application of choice to quickly fill out a form to give HMAR volunteers all the information that they need. We also create additional real positive impact for the HMAR volunteers, as they will have to spend less of their time on the phone. Their time can be better used managing the current volunteers that are in the field or dispatching volunteers where they're needed. Sightsee is then able to improve volunteer response time for HMAR, which then could directly save more animals' lives. Here's the team of Sightsee, including myself, Justin, Jake, Clyde, and Z. Now we're going to go ahead and go into the demo. I have a live demo prepared for us today, and I'll go ahead and speak through it as I'm going. If I go over time, please just let me know. Here's the homepage of our web application that is available via this web link. To start, let's go ahead and report an animal sighting. We do this by clicking on the Report Animal Sighting button, which shows up with a form. From the form dropdown, we can select what type of animal we would like to report on. Let's say we're going to report on a bird. From there, we enter in the requested information, ensuring to make sure that it's all complete. Now let's go ahead and select the dropdown of what type of bird it is. Perhaps it's a nutty. Additionally, you can also choose to upload an image via the web, but I don't have one available for this. So let's go ahead and click cancel, and we'll click submit. And we see that we get a notification here saying that it was submitted successfully. On a successful submission, it will also allow the user to email the HMAR volunteers that they have submitted a new report. Next, let's move on to the next button on our homepage, which is Report a Distressed Animal. Clicking on this allows a pop-up to be presented to the screen with the hotline number that is to be called.
That's your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, I have a question for you.
Sure.
What was the most challenging part of the project that you selected?
That's a great question. Thank you for that. I would say it's twofold. The first most challenging aspect was attempting to make an application that works on iOS, Android, and web. Initially, when we thought about making a cross-platform application, we didn't think it was going to be that difficult and ended up being much more challenging than we initially thought. And another additional thing that was quite challenging was getting the Google Maps API to work, so that we can go ahead and display the ticket numbers and information on the web in real time.
Awesome. And of course, I'm going to give you another 30 seconds to share. What else would you want us and the judges to remember you by?
Yeah, so I would want the judges and you guys to remember us by the fact that we've went ahead and created a specific different user workflow for both iOS, Android, and web applications. The web application that is being currently displayed has a much different view than the one that is on web, or that is on our mobile applications. And this is because of different views and different things that are not able to be displayed well. But via the web is the main administrative panel, and you can see here as I scroll through, there's a lot of functionality that we added to this page. And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to go ahead and go over it in more detail.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Sightsee. Okay, we'll move on to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. Beneficiary Services Chatbot. OHA works to improve the well-being of Native Hawaiians through advocacy, research, community engagement, land management, and the funding of community programs. They believe providing a chatbot is an additional way for beneficiaries to obtain important benefits information and will help deliver more complete and accurate information automatically to help them. So Team CatJam, whenever you're ready, you can share your screen and start your presentation. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. We are Team CatJam participating in the Office of Hawaiian Affairs Chatbot Challenge. Currently, OHA is receiving thousands of phone calls throughout the year. 11% of them don't reach anyone, and 30% are transferred to other departments. Their current inquiry system lacks efficiency and requires a lot of manpower, which leads to wasted resources and miscommunication between users and staff. As a result of this, beneficiaries miss out on much needed benefits. Our web application, CatBot, provides information in real time and can assist multiple users at once. CatBot has up-to-date information regarding a large variety of topics, preventing users from receiving inaccurate information. When developing our solution, we had one goal in mind, an application that was easy to implement with a simple interface that could provide OHA staff support to increase inquiry volume. With our application, staff can sit back and relax because they can easily edit chatbot responses or add more as needed. But these aren't the only functionalities we have. Our application comes with a variety of unique features that emphasize ease of use and sustainability, like the tutorial page, which gives users a quick rundown of the website and how to use it. And users also have the ability to choose whether they would like to talk to the chatbot through text or speech. We also have feedback and satisfaction ratings that allow for a chatbot that is constantly improving. And not only that, but our application is easily integrated into a website, and external software can be added to enhance users' experience. The chatbot website was created using Semantic UI React and MongoDB, and our chatbot is powered by Dialogflow with Janice and BotCopy serving to enhance its capabilities. Here's the team that made CatBot possible, with Wenhao as our project lead and Braden, Jericho, and me as developers. Now on to our live demonstration. This is our landing page. To access the chatbot, the phone number is available here, or you can click the icon at the bottom of the screen and type your message or click on the microphone for speech to text. The bot can provide suggestions for you and provide hyperlinks, speeding up your inquiry. From the landing page, you can access the tutorial. This is the send feedback page where users can provide specific feedback regarding their experience with CatBot. You can even speak to a live representative by asking the chatbot. At the top right is the administrator login button. Here you can log in and view all user feedback. After the inquiry, you're able to rate your experience and provide a comment. Thank you. Does anybody have questions?
Yes, I have a question for you. How do you believe your solution is unique?
So for our solution, we're able to implement a lot of functionalities that help benefit the users using the application and also the staff that use our website. Here are the things like the tutorial. Admins are also can also edit intents and stuff. All of these things are great functionalities that I feel like are unique to our web application.
Great. I do have another, of course. What part of your application or this presentation would you want us or the judges to remember most?
I think that the part that we would like the judges to remember most would be the adaptability of our chatbot. Obviously, there's the different options that it has, like either text or speech, as well as the live chat. And if there is any need to update existing chatbot responses or add more in the future, that is easily done if you sign in as an admin on the website. So it's a very easy to use program for both users and staff.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you, Team Katchan. Next, we have Team Linguist. Whenever you're ready, you can share your screen and start presenting.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dale Burns, and this is Linguist. We'll be presenting the solution for a challenge, Office of Hawaiian Affairs chatbot. So the core problem with this is connecting clients to agents. We find there's a low supply of front desk admins available to direct clients towards the information they need. Just below 60% of calls are directed to agents, and we have to think just how many people are getting their information requirements met. Voicemail isn't as engaging, and it all depends on the availability of the agent. One other thing to tackle is the call transfer paradox, is what I like to call it. Waiting for an agent may not be worth the time, and it could be jarring. Think of this: taking a call, or making a call, and having an inquiry and being transferred. Noticing that your question may not be fulfilled by that agent, so there's another inquiry, and it may go on and on and on, and your request may not be fulfilled at that time. 30% of the calls are transferred annually. It may not feel like, well, it will not feel like the client gets their requirements met, and transfer calls could be a headache. We also risk getting our calls dropped. There's likely bad service in rural areas if you live close to the beach, particularly rocky areas. And transfer calls, you may risk losing your progress throughout. So how do we fix this? My solution, I use Power Virtual Agents to make a bot that will save time to clients. They can also resume learning about their services through shaky connections and having connection losses with data, Wi-Fi, and they can continually access information no matter what. It's always available, and it has engagement throughout the process. So key thing here is consistency. And now I'm going to show you how exactly it works. So allow me to share. All right. So this is the test bot. So let's say the client wants to ask about loans. Give me a minute here. All right. I want a loan. You can see the nods direct the client into the next.
Linguist. That's your time.
Are there any questions?
Yes, there definitely will be questions. So what was your biggest technical challenge and how did you overcome it?
Well, the biggest challenge would be how I approached the bot at first. At first, it was sort of like learning Java for the first time, and everything was being worded out for the client. Instead of using what I like to call entities to categorize what I needed to then deliver it precisely towards the client, to make everything concise. Any other questions?
Yes, I do have one more. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds, or if you had 30 more seconds to share, what else would you want us and the judges to know?
I like them to know that time is important for everyone, and sometimes we may not have the opportunity to make the calls that we want. I know, especially around Thanksgiving time, calling people, we may be a little anxious of doing so. And so making that call towards OHA into getting the information you need it may be necessary, but may not be always on your mind. And so the chatbot would help lower that anxiety to help people be okay with communicating, finding out what they need, and to solving what they need.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Team Linguist. We'll move on to team name 404. Whenever you guys are ready, you can share your screen and start your presentation.
Aloha, this is team name 404. We built a chatbot for Office of Hawaiian Affairs. Now the problem, OHA's mission is to empower the native Hawaiian community, but they receive far more phone calls than they can handle. So our solution, we built Akamai. This chatbot uses AI and machine learning to understand questions and answer them accordingly. It is powered by Google's Dialogflow. The machine learning model has been trained to answer questions about OHA's Mana Imali Ola programs, such as scholarships, housing, and health, as well as anything else found on their website. So why us? We built a comprehensive solution. It covers the entire OHA mission and website. It's localized. It understands and uses common Hawaiian words. And it's ready. It's tested and secure. It can go live into production today. This chatbot is routed through Communicate, which is a hybrid help desk system that allows OHA agents to take over the chatbot conversation and talk with people needing further assistance. Now, the system records all conversations that occur anytime and anywhere. OHA will see users interact with the chatbot live in real time. This is what the dashboard would look like. On the left, you have all the message threads that the chatbot is having with anyone connecting to it from the website or mobile. Onto analytics. Not only do you get amazing analytics from Google's Dialogflow chatbot system, the Communicate dashboard also provides powerful data analysis fueled by AI insight. In total, there are 17 different analytical data sets, all graphed and organized in an easy-to-read manner. You can view the most asked questions, unanswered questions, and customer feedback, along with other various statistics. This data mining is crucial to OHA's goals and further improvement of the chatbot. Now let's on to the demonstration.
This is how the system works. On the right, we have a user interacting with the chatbot. They want to know about loans. On the left, we have the OHA dashboard. They can see when someone interacts with their bot and what they say. Akamai offers users clear and concise answers, and by providing quick reply tiles, Users can click to learn more about their specific needs. If a user has an issue with the bot, they can reach out to an agent if there is one available. Here, I will reply as an OHA agent. The user will see the handoff and will be able to talk to me directly. The analytics can be found on the left side. Here, OHA can view their top asked questions and customer service feedback, along with other metrics.
Right, thank you very much. I'd love to take any questions right now.
Of course, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, I do have two questions for you. One is, the first is, how do you believe your solution is innovative?
It is innovative because OHA has a ticketing system. Our solution can help OHA by having a transcript of all the conversations readily available for them. I'd also like to repeat that our solution is comprehensive. It's built towards the local population, and it's ready to go into production. We implemented support for the Hawaiian language because a lot of people visiting the oha.org might use that. There was an issue. There was a fact that Google does not support native Hawaiian language natively. So we had to implement the best we could. If that language, if the Hawaiian word is on the OHA's website, then it will probably find it and answer accordingly.
Awesome. And what do you think the best part, or what part of your application and or presentation would you want us to remember the most?
The fact that you can easily provide support to people without using the phone, because you could see everybody interacting with the chatbot as it's happening. And if they need help, you pop into their browser and talk with them directly, get them exactly what they need, which is the whole mission of OHA.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, thank you everyone. Great job. What a tough time for our judges today. Judges, we will be moving you into a breakout room to tabulate the scores and determine winners. And we will also shortly begin the People's Choice poll.
All right, so how we're going to do the People's Choice poll is in the chat. I'm going to be giving you a link to the People's Choice poll, and what that is which one did you enjoy, did you like the most? You get to choose one out of all 18 that were 17 that presented. Please be aware that Hawaii Trails did not present today, so please do not choose them, okay? So with that said, actually just give me one more minute, okay? All right, appreciate it, you guys. So actually I went ahead and I deleted Hawaii Trails from it. So no problems on that. Choose one. And here is the link. Hopefully you can get straight in there. You'll have about 5 minutes to make your choice. And please feel free to vote your heart. Way to go. We have about 90 participants in the room right now. Everybody has a vote, so feel free to go over. Let me put this one more time. We're up to about 28 votes, 29 and counting. Way to go, you guys. 32, 36. Right, we're up to 70. We're up to 83 and counting. We're just gonna have about 2 more minutes to finish up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. If there's any duplicate votes, we'll be eliminating them, but looks like you guys are still counting down, and feel free to. And I'll be shutting the People's Choice in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great break.
Hey everyone, I believe we will now be taking a 30-minute break. So it looks like we'll come back around 12:36.
Well, it's that time. It's been a great day. And before we move to our final phase of HACC 2021, I would like to just say a few words. The HACC's been very fortunate to have generous support from the community. Without our sponsors, we would not be able to provide such great prizes and the many educational workshops that we have for you throughout the HACC. So I would like to thank you I would like to thank our terabyte sponsor, Transform Hawaii Government. As you know, they've been with us from the very beginning. Thank you so much, Christine. As well as our number 2 terabyte is Microsoft. And let's give a big mahalo to our gigabyte sponsors, Unisys, eWorld Enterprise Solutions, NIC Hawaii, Salesforce Carousel, as well as Amazon Web Services. And finally, our megabyte sponsors, AT&T, Google Cloud Carousel, as well as Hawaii Data Collaborative, Revocom, and Adobe. Mahalo for all of you for your generous sponsorship. Thank you very much.
All right, welcome back. We would like to recognize the IMAG Foundation for being our fiscal partner this year, and mahalo to all of our community partners who help make this event a reality. The PCAT, Pacific Center for Advanced Technology and Training, the Hawaii Technology Development Corporation, TRUE, which stands for Technology Readiness User Evaluation, Hawaii DOE, Computer Science Team, Information and Computer Sciences at UH Manoa, and ReneView. Mahalo to our challenge sponsors from our state departments, agencies, and our partners for coming up with the problems. Their participation in the Hawaiʻi Annual Code Challenge is an important piece of what makes the event so successful. We'd also like to thank all of our workshop presenters for 2021, the team that hosted the Educator Workshop pop-up, the Unisys Corporation, Microsoft Corporation for the Security and Privacy Workshop, along with hosting the Lunch and Learn series, eWorld Enterprise Solutions, Salesforce, AWS, and Rendezvous. The Hawaiʻi Annual Code Challenge has taken place over a 4-week period, but planning it has taken place really since the one we had last year finished up. So it's taken months and months of meetings and discussion to make everything possible. So I want to thank our executive committee for the amazing work and dedication that they've had and the commitment to this process. Thelma Elaine, Sheila Buyakar, Caroline Julian Freitas, and Sunny Kakipi. Other members include Stuart Crawford, Philip Johnson, Joel Kumabe, George Lee, Bert Lum, Cam Moore, Stefan Opsel, Yusi Sapola, Ed Souza, Brett Tanaka, Jarrett Yip. And I'd also like to thank all of the volunteers who are lending a hand today. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Doug. Before we announce the winners, we thank all of our generous sponsors for helping us provide prizes. We have also worked to foster community partnerships that will provide opportunities for you beyond HACC. If you are a participant that has made it to today, you will qualify. We've partnered with True, which helps Hawaii thrive through collaboration and the sharing of technology solutions. True will evaluate HACC challenges and your solutions, possibly further developing them. Also, we have partnered with the Pacific Center for Advanced Technology, PCAT, to provide scholarships for classes and certifications. The governor will also feature some of the winners once again in this year's Digital State Summit happening in December. IT professionals and governments across the nation attend this conference, providing the HACC and its winners national exposure. So there are a lot of great opportunities after the HACC. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, we'll start with the icebreaker winners. Okay, so here are the 3 winners for the icebreaker. Bloombugs, Jake, JR, Junior Bites, Ryan, and Bloombugs, Kelly. So you guys will win the $25 Starbucks gift card. And now the real moment you've been waiting for. We'll next get into the People's Choice Award. So the People's Choice Award will go to Team MGK. Congratulations to Team MGK. They'll be winning the $25 Amazon gift card. Okay, and next up is the second place high school winner. So the second place high school team is Team MGK, Waipahu High School. Congratulations. And next up, we have the first place high school. And first place goes to Team Mars from Mililani High School. Awesome work. Great job. Next, we'll get into the overall third place team. Okay, so in third place, we have Team Paw Trackers. In second place, we have, for overall second place, we have Team Bloombugs. And in first place overall, we have Team HACCamino. All right. Awesome job, everyone. Congratulations to everyone. All of you guys did a great job. Once again, mahalo to our challenge sponsors, supporters, and everyone making today's event a success. Don't forget to stay connected with us on hack2021.slack.com and on hack.hawaii.gov.